Hello again, and thank you for tuning in. We're going to talk a little bit about misconceptions and how to avoid misconceptions as we begin to think about and use fractions. So, in math, when we talk about misconceptions, we're talking about a misunderstanding that can both come from and create faulty mathematical thinking. It is important for us to try to see misconceptions as they happen and to take steps to avoid misconceptions. We don't want to build a mathematical foundation that is cracked. One of the things that we can do to avoid misconceptions when dealing with fractions is by proper use of the word whole and to examine what a whole is. This is represented here by the folks from the University of Arizona. And what this model is trying to show is that it is not reasonable, and it doesn't really make sense to talk about this model as being any particular fraction unless we first identify what the whole is. So for instance, let's say that we say that our whole is one box, and let's say this is one box. So if we want to know how much of a box we have, we can only talk about that in terms of what the whole is. A fraction needs to be of something. So if one whole is a box, and this represents our whole, we have one box, and we have two boxes in this representation. The box here is half filled in, so it looks like we're dealing with halves. So that box has half, and the other box is full, so it has both of its halves. So if we are identifying our whole, what do we have a fraction of? A fraction of our whole. We have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 halves. So we have 3 halves of a box because we have more than one box. What if our whole isn't one box though? Let's say this is one box of candy bars. But if you order a shipment of candy bars, that consists of two boxes. Our whole is now a shipment. So our whole is this entire shape right here. It's both of the boxes together. So if this represents one whole shipment, I see here we have one same size piece missing, one, two, three additional same size pieces. So it looks like our shipment in this case is broken up into four same size pieces, and we have three of those same size pieces. So now we have 3/4 of a shipment. So what fraction is represented here depends entirely upon our whole. If our whole is one shipment, a shipment of candy bars, which is two boxes, here we have 3/4 of a shipment. However, if our whole is a box of candy bars, we have 3/2 of a box of candy bars. We actually have more than one box of candy bars. This concept and this thinking of a whole is particularly important when students get into 5th grade and 6th grade and start doing multiplication and division. So as we're starting off our work, the important thing to remember is that whole does not equal 1. It is important that we're using the word whole and not using the word 1 and making it clear that a whole is not always 1. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again next time.